Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Trade Ideas live trading room for Thursday, March the 12th. You're ahead of me now, Paradox. So, okay, sound check is good. All right, well, what to say? We are going to have probably the worst open that I can remember. We're already down 19 on the SPY. So, anyway, obviously, tons and tons of stocks are moving down. Difficult to create a watch list today. Taking a look at a few of them, the names for me, like Macy's underneath, way underneath 10 now. For me, Canada Goose, GOOS, oops, underneath 20. Yesterday, 20 seemed to be the area, and well, it's not anymore. So underneath 20 now for Canada Goose. Some of there's so many of the virus plays, I can't go over them all. This one caught my eye only because it was going crazy for a bit here. Went from 2 to 4, basically doubled in, I don't know, a heartbeat. So that's POAI. Take a look at some of the others. The ones that I'm going over are the ones that hit my gap up list, okay? I mean, there's just tons more, but GNMK, excuse me. Interesting, NVAX, which was one of them, except it had earnings, post-market after hours yesterday. Initial reaction was okay. Market's open, and it is cratering a bit here. So that is NVAX. Codex, CODX, another virus play, holding its own. Yesterday, even though the market was down a lot, didn't see as many virus plays that had solid trends. Even the virus plays, they were up, but they were choppy. Another one that caught my eye, I'm just looking at Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat now is critical level right there. It's below it. You can see that was on the weekly chart. That looked like pretty solid support for a while anyway. For Beyond Meat, BYND, 73. It's at 71 now. So, free fall again. All the cruisers, this one caught my eye because I guess it's the cheapest right now. NLCH. I'm sorry, it's NCLH. Keep mixing those two up. NCLH. So that is fast approaching 10, down 30%. Yeah, well, Chris, your broker, I guess you don't either want to subscribe to it from your broker. I don't know who your broker is, but there's the time and sales right there for AAL. And that's from Interactive Brokers. Amarin, AMRN, another gap down. I'm looking at some of the bios that have gapped down. And there is the support for Amarin down around 3. Eno, though, has resurrected itself, has come back in a big, big way. And Boeing, somebody mentioned Boeing. My goodness, Boeing, all written down another 15%, $29, $160 now for Boeing. I think the thing that really hit home, look, it's so, everything's hitting home, but, when you see the announcement, the NBA suspending the season for who knows how long, who knows, maybe it's postponed forever for this season. I'm sure the NHL is going to follow suit. Major League Baseball. Sports. Sports, people know about sports. Even if you're not a sports fan, it's just one of those things that when that hit, Plus, I think the guy talking about how 75 to 150 million Americans will get it. They're not everyone's gonna die, of course, but I mean, we'll get it. I think I think yesterday was the day. I mean, we've had days, but I think yesterday was the day. They're really hammering the point home day. Tipping point, that's the word I wanted, Mick. You know, and I hate to be, I mean, it's one thing, you know, when you look over at Italy and they were talking about how the soccer players are playing in front of empty stadiums and all, and oh, that's nice, you know, but when it hits, you know, when it's in our backyard, all of a sudden, oh man. It's too bad we're like that, but that's the way of the world. Look at Madison Square Garden as an example. I was looking at MSG. Look at MSG, hasn't traded very much. You know, it's down $30, MSG. I'm sure they will, Gus. Yeah, I mean, they can't keep their league open when the NBA stops. They just can't do it. Here's another one, guys. I didn't mention this one. CEMI. Another one that is up. Actually, they have earnings. That's right. I saw this one. They have earnings after hours today. CEMI. Of course, it's a virus play. CEMI, low float, 16 million, 17 million in the float. So for me today, I'm just sitting on hands for a while. I mean, it seems obvious just to pile into everything short, but it's not as obvious as all that, because what happens is, yeah, I mean, the market's going to have, I mean, we're down 18 now in the SPY. But then all of a sudden you have, you know, like a little 100, 200, 300 pop up, which basically takes you, if you have stops in place, can take you out of your position. So this is what is making it difficult. Well, let's go and take a look at what sort of upgrades and downgrades we have this morning. I'm sure the list is huge. Let's see. I actually am amazed. I mean, there are more upgrades still than downgrades. Way more upgrades. Amazing. All right. Well, let me get a few of them in. INO on the rise here. INO. So the interesting thing for me, I'm actually going to take a look at my down big yesterday, but up big today, just for fun. That is one of the scans I've got. It's you can have it also. It's in the scan section. I just want to see any non-virus stock that is doing something like that. Because that would be an incredible counter trend. There's just too many. I'm surprised how many upgrades there are. Excuse me. Well, that's a few of them. And look at some of the downgrades in now. Excuse me. What do you mean? What have I done? What do you mean? What have I done? I can tell you one thing. It's times like this where I'm quite happy to be the type of trader that I am. In other words, I don't swing trades. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Though I know this is affecting the majority of people really, really bad. It's hard. It's hard on the nerves. Just a few more to go. A few more downgrades to go. Oh, that's enough. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it's look, everything's being affected, and I'm expecting a big down. You know, obviously from the peak there, but you know, I have to sort of remember from where we came. So anyway, I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, if it so somebody was asking about will the overall market halt? Yeah, I mean if the market is down 7%, it'll get halted. So just like it happened on, was it Tuesday or Monday? I can't remember. What day are we now? Thursday? It was Monday. Yeah, that's right. So guys, I mean, listen, just sit in your hands. I mean, there's no let it try let like I would kind of let it try to play out a bit. You know, I sit in my hands anyway for the first 15. I mean, look at I know. Wow, that's a big recovery. I can't remember what happened on that day. It was I mean, it was bad news. And then follow up yesterday, a little bit of a recovery, and today it's really recovering. Yeah, the whole market's halted, Money Juice. If you're in a position, it's just like a halt. You know, if you're in a stock, but now the whole market is halted. Oh, I see. So I know. Okay, somebody mentioning Gates. And yeah, they actually released earnings after hours too for INO. Just looking at some of these TLSA, which really had a terrible day yesterday. I mean, yes, it had the big bounce, the huge bounce, and it sold right off. And now it is popped back up, relatively low float. There were a ton of upgrades. Well, I wrote down in my notes here February 19th. Mark that day down, guys. February the 19th. Why? Well, that was the all-time high of the market on February the 19th. Now we're 3 weeks from that. It seems like 3 years. But right there, that day, that's February the 19th. You know, nothing horrible the next day. A little downturn the next day, and then all of a sudden, the big deal is the width of these candles. You know, okay, that one kind of wasn't so bad, but you have to also consider the topping tails and the bottoming tails. So So that was kind of the line in the sand that we thought. Now the next line, I mean, this is back. So this is the next line, I guess, 245-ish or so. Okay, Jude. So are you asking for my windows or my my scans? Are you? I'm answering you in YouTube, Jude. Jude, can you hear me? You're asking for my scans? Okay. I can pop that in. Just give me a second. These are the scans that I share, all right? Now, it doesn't look that. Hopefully those are. If you copy and paste all of that into a Word document, they should come out. The link should come out okay. If not, you just it's not as clean as if we were in the trading room. So I'm not sure how I can do it, but all right. Give me 1 minute here. God, my gap downs. Oh, jeez. Obviously, a record day for the gap downs in the pre-market, just on and on and on and on. Where's my little gap? Now, I did actually do a reboot, so there were a few more gap ups, mainly virus plays. You think 160 is going to hold for Boeing, Martin? CHFS, I'm not sure I even mentioned this one. This is just a real cheap one, really cheap one. CHFS, it's up 72% though. 3 million shares. And I don't even know. I'm going to assume anything is a virus stock, any of these little ones. I'm going to assume. I'm not sure 100%, but let me see their profile. If it's a medical device, solutions, fluid over. I don't know. I have no idea if it's a virus play, but it is up. Oxy. I'm just looking at some of the ones that have been so active in the past. And of course, getting incredibly active again here. So there's Oxy. I guess Icon is all over this company. I might have to turn off my sound alerts. It's just getting too many. And of course, the other usual suspects: APT, Lake. Well, Mr. Market Master, I mean, for most people just starting out to trade, never witnessed anything like that. So actually, it's not a bad learning experience. If you, yeah, as Chris says, you get by it. I mean, it's not a bad learning experience. People, there's been since for 11 years, we're just used to the market basically going up and up and up. Those of us who have traded for longer than 11 years, we've seen this market before. And believe me, it was a lot worse because the financial crisis was, really scary beyond belief. When people's savings are getting wiped out. Now, I'm not, we haven't quite hit that yet. I mean, obviously, if there's I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to speculate what might happen. But anyway, well, if you don't have long-term trades, if you're not, if you're basically, well, like myself and a lot of others in the room and are just intraday trading. No, I'm not saying it's the easiest thing, but you sleep a lot better. How is Snap doing here? Actually, I saw Snap had a couple of upgrades. Not that that really matters. Look at this one, guys. Though Schrodinger, SDGR. Now, I don't think. I mean, this never used to be a virus play. But look at this one. It's just popping again. It already had popped nicely in the pre-market, and now it's popping again. A little bit of volume coming in. This, of course, was one of those a super high flyer for about it looks like about 7 days before it finally started giving it up. Yeah, right here. They IPO'd right here that month. Well, everybody, market is going to open in less than 1 minute, and even Real is going to sit on his hands for 15. No point in rushing in, guys, and trying to guess. I mean, that's my opinion. You guys can do what you want, but I typically don't trade in the first 15 anyway. But certainly today, I am definitely going to be cautious. I doubt if we're going to get any long plays from the AI today in the first 5 minutes. Well, I mean, we might. I shouldn't say that. Could be a little bio, a little virus play, I suppose. But all right, everybody. 4, 3, 2, 1. We are open for how long? For how long? Holy smokes, is that right? Is that right? The Dow down 3,100? Oh, man. Wasn't sure what that number was going to be, but wow. So there you go, guys. I don't know. And now we're halted. Okay, we are now halted. And look at the bounce that NLCH had from 10. There's over a $2 bounce for NLCH. Okay, maybe we're not halted. Okay, we're not halted. The reason I said that is that all of a sudden all my alerts stopped, and that's very rare. So we're not halted. Sorry about that. All right, so this one is being halted on the way down, TLSA. We're getting some bounces here. Oxy and the aforementioned NCLH. But some of the virus plays, GNMK is starting to is completely giving it up. Yeah, I do apologize for saying the market was halted. It's just that what happened is this watch list, is super active in the first when the market opens, and all of a sudden it just stopped. Yeah, this POAI. So the pre-market it hit $4. Somebody asked about will they auto renew my subscription? Are you talking on a month-to-month basis or on an annual? I believe they send you, if month-to-month it gets auto renewed, but yeah, it's auto renewed on a month-to-month basis. Yes. If you don't want that, of course, just let them know. But so look at the green guys. Interesting. So we're having what's the SPY doing? We're having a bounce. Okay, yeah, mine does say minus 3,000. You're absolutely right. I don't know. I don't know if I can believe that. Well, I'm looking at our indices. So why is that happening? Yeah. Okay, I think what I have to do. I hate to do this, but let's see. It's just before. Okay, so I'm going to have to reload trade ideas. I think that's the. I'll try a reset first. Yeah. Okay, now that looks right. So it's now six minus 1600. Okay, guys, trading for the SPY has been halted. That is for sure. That is for sure. Okay. Yeah, look at all the halts resumes coming in. It's just going to go crazy right now. Okay. So we will be halted for at least 15 minutes. Yeah, I feel for you, Frenzel. I mean, that's why. I mean, I don't. I'm trying not to make light of it, but because I don't have long-term holds, really, it doesn't. This doesn't affect me the same way as I know people with a lot of long-term holds. So let's just sit back and see what happens once it opens. But the interesting thing is we had a few bounces. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, we have misery loves company. Excuse me. Yeah, it's supposed to be a 15-minute halt. Okay, so I was going to dump all over, but I guess it's the top list has been suspended. Of course they have, but I don't have a time here. I'm hoping that I'm not going to have the same thing that happened yesterday though. Top list not updating. So, I forgot to connect this. So, it'll be interesting to see because it's going to open probably, what time did it halt? At 9:36:14. So say 9:36. So 9:51. So at 9:51 the market will open. I might get some alerts in my watch list up and down. I have a delay anyway of 15 minutes. If you want to follow my watch list up and down, just click on New, Channel Bar, and my windows right there. These three windows will load plus a couple of charts. Remember, everything in a channel, all these are all layouts. So make sure you save your layout to the cloud first before you do that. Otherwise, you will lose the layout that you may have constructed. So you don't want to do that. The entire market's halted, yes. So the only virus play that I see, well, I know, of course, well, even it, look at this. I mean, guys, this is how whippy things are. Want to know why I don't like to trade the first 15 minutes? I mean, look how high INO got up to 12, and it dropped all the way down to 10.50. I mean, it's a $1.50 swing in who knows, I don't know how long a period. I mean, it's a 5-minute chart. I mean, that's a big percentage. So that's why I just like things settling down a little bit. It is very eerie when the overall market gets halted like this and no sound alerts coming in. Yeah, this is the general guideline, all right? Now these numbers, of course, were for Monday. But this is the general guideline. You have to recalculate what those actual numbers would be. Again, these numbers the numbers that I'm talking about right there, of course, they're not in play. That was for Monday. But those are the general guidelines for why, when, and how the overall market does get halted. Sound alerts part of TI? Absolutely, Tim. That's the whole. In fact, I guess, first of all, if you're new to the room, welcome to the room. Heck of a day to join the room. This is the format every day in terms of sharing my screen live on the mic. This is like this Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, the whole idea with Trade Ideas, you can create your own alert windows. Okay, anything with an A. I won't talk about the M windows, but anything with an A. So you basically can put a sound alert, a different sound alert for different windows. So once you get used to it, when you hear a sound, you'll know exactly which window to be looking at. Well, if it's 15 minutes, it looks like the market, I'm just looking here, it looks like the market got halted at 9:36 and 14 seconds, okay? So add 15 to that, so 9:51 plus 14 seconds. That should be pretty much the exact time. And I guess this is as good a time as any. We still have about 8 minutes, so if you want any of my scans, I'm sharing all my scans right here. There's the scans tab right there in the trading room. You click on that. Here are all the scans that I'm sharing. You can also take a look at this. This is the Room Drive icon. It looks like a half open folder. If you click on that, scans that I share, download. Also the links that I talk about, probably talk about a couple of them right now. That'll go to, both of these will go to a Word document, so you can take a look at everything at your leisure. The links. Training, we have training Monday to Friday at noon, from noon to 1 Eastern. It's a live Q&A training session. So what happens is, I broadcast, my YouTube broadcast goes from 9 to about 11:55. Then I sign off, and the guys start from 12 to 1, and then I resume from 1 to 3. That's on the YouTube side of it. Webinars, Monday to Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. These are all archived. Beta, the Download TI Pro or Beta. So you'll know if you do not have the latest beta. I encourage you to get it. If you take a look at your charts and you don't have a buy and sell button in your chart, that B and the C, then please download the latest beta. You click on that link and scroll down, and where it says download latest beta, the latest beta is 4.2.134. I do a daily video, maybe I'll do one today, it depends, between 1:15 and 1:45 every day. The trade of the week is sent to you before the market opens every Monday morning. Next test drive. Number one question for us, do you have free trials? The answer is no, but this is about as close as you're going to get. We do this 4 times a year. The next test drive will be starting May 11th. It'll run for it'll run for 10 trading days. It'll be from that Monday, May 11th, to a week the following, a week Friday, whatever date that is. Should take a look. let's see, May 11th. So it would run to May the 22nd. So May 11th to May the 22nd. Now, when I always say up to 10 trading days, that's if you can start the trial on the 11th and run it to the 22nd. But if, for instance, if you can't start on the 11th and you start on the 12th, you get 9 days. That's the way it works, okay? So that's why I always say up to 10 trading days, full trading days. And basically, for $8.99, you'll have access to our full premium package, just as if you were a premium subscriber. Also open to people who are standard subscribers. I'm seeing some more halts coming in. Open to standard subscribers. We'll upgrade you to the premium service. And again, it costs $8.99. So if you fill this out, then you'll get an email close, maybe a couple of weeks before, and it'll basically go over the sign-up procedures. Just think of it like a cooling down period, Debbie. Okay? We don't know how it's going to change the direction. Well, there's a calculation what happened in terms of a bear market. I mean, there's a specific number. All right, so if it is a 15-minute halt, what did I say? 9:51. Yeah, so 14 seconds after 9:51. So about 4 minutes from now, the market should open. Is it? Okay. Well, maybe it got halted just before this. I'm just looking at when I saw all the halts coming in. Yeah, so it's going to be close. Anyway, you know what? Nothing you can do until the market opens, so it's going to be soon. Well, it's a 15-minute halt, 3:42, okay? So again, I'm not 100% sure when the halt happened, but whenever it was, it'll be 15 minutes, and it's close to opening. Well, again, guys, I'm just going to pop this in. Again, these numbers aren't the same, but these are the reasons for the halts. So another 15-minute halt if the losses reach 13%. So right now we're 7%. Never mind, of course, these numbers. These were the Monday numbers. Okay. They're just analyst predictions, if you will, Ben. Okay, analyst ideas. That's all it is. I do, Tim. A lot of guys that trade ideas don't. I usually, just out of good practice, I usually do. Well, I don't usually. I always uninstall. It takes a second, so I do. All right, guys. Yeah, it might be a minute. Okay, so if Ben is right, it'll be very soon to opening. Then we'll start getting our sound alerts again ringing in my ear. We will get a ton of resumes. And Okay, not open yet. So maybe I was right. I was saying 9:51 in 14 seconds. You know, I was just basing it on this. You had all these halts right around this time. Anyway, we'll see. I mean, look, this. All right, we're now open. We're now open. Wow. So what's Boeing doing? Holding 160. All right, guys. There's Pete. Now, it's going to be tough to get shorts. You know, most of these things that are moving down today moved down yesterday. So they were down more than 10% yesterday, more than likely. Of course, they're down way more than 10% today. So that uptick rule is going to be in effect. It may be very hard to get shorts. Now look at the INO guys. Again, look at that. 12 down to 10. Well, Matt, just do a calculation. You can do the calculation. Do the 13%. It's just math, I guess. So I think somebody actually posted the number up ahead, up. 2385. Okay, so that's the number, 2385. All right. Well, you know what else is holding? POAI is holding. This is a virus play. It's holding, kind of. I mean, it did hit a high of 4. I'll be interested to know how easy it was. If anybody has shorted something, how easy it was to get it. I mean, there's NCLH. Remember, NCLH had the pop. You know, I'm looking at some of the virus plays though. I mean, they're not romping either though. Look at AIM. I mean, AIM is super negative now. Um, the GNMK. Whereas Amarin is actually putting it about. Look at that bottoming tail for Amarin, all the way down to 862, 852 or so, 1124 right now for Amarin. Give me a moment here. I'm just doing something on the YouTube feed. Boy, Amarin is really, really recovering here. Amarin really recovering. Yeah, look at Goose recovering also. So what is the market doing? So, man, so the market, I think it was down in the 2000s, so now it's only down 1900. This is becoming the new normal, which is scary. Amarin, what a recovery, guys. AMRN, really recovering. All right, I have to turn off my halts resumes. It's just going crazy. So I'm gonna just stop it for a while. Yeah, these virus plays. You know what? There aren't any virus plays right now that are. I mean, maybe the POAI, maybe, but I'm just looking at a lot of these the usual suspects of virus plays. Yeah, they're not doing anything either. Look at PTEN. This was one intrigued by the down big yesterday, but up today. So PTEN is having a nice bounce back day in the face of the market. You know what? And my top lists are not updating either. Did anybody check their top lists to see whether or not theirs are updating? Some are and some aren't. Don't understand it. No, none of mine are. I'm stuck here. That's what I'm talking about. 941. So again, it depends on the server you're on. Frustrating. Well, it was one server yesterday that had a problem. I'm just going to do a reset and see if that. Come on, Goose. Shameless cheerleading for the Goose. Yeah, and I think this is all screwed up also. The Dow is not down 3,100. Or is it? Yeah. Yeah, no, I know that's wrong. That yeah, so RJ Silva, yeah, no, there's something. It depends on the server you're on. If you can, can you hear me? I'm talking to somebody in YouTube. The top list update every 30 seconds. They're supposed to. But one of the servers had an issue yesterday, and it appears that it still kind of has an issue still. Depends on the server you're on. Some people are fine. So if you're, for instance, right now, what's the time? 10 o'clock. You should see 10 o'clock. Like 10 something at the top. If you don't, then unfortunately you're on the same server that I'm on. All right, now everything has gone eerily quiet. We want to talk about that. I'm talking about my my alerts. They've completely stopped now. Yeah, I'll turn them on again. I'll turn on my resumes. I'm not saying they're not working. I'm just saying that they. No, there we go. There's another one. ARMK, guys. ARMK on the way down. Full service restaurants. Who's going out, I suppose? Yeah, RJ Silva. Yes. Same thing with me. I don't know what is going on. It is moving, but I know the market is not down 3,300. Unless that's the crystal ball. All right, so I do see this this one from the AI. Again, guys, take a look at the early alerts. I mean, okay, there was one that wasn't so early, but it was right after the halt, right at the halt, when the market started trading again. Well, actually, did have a bounce, but again, guys, look at these swings. I mean, it almost got 1075 right back down to 10. You know, these are not continuous comeback plays. Yeah, Amarin has been, except for Amarin. I mean, Amarin has been a beauty so far. It's an interesting reaction. I mean, it gapped way down, like most of the market, got down to 850, 350 pop. All right, here's one. MRAM. MRAM, not, I love it, not a virus play. Okay, it's a semi. MRAM is a big move here, guys. In a normal market, I would say really keep watching this one. It's a low, well, it's a low float, 13 million in the float. Look what it's doing on that daily chart. It's taking out all those highs from the previous 3 days. Look at the gap, but again, it's hard to trust anything right now, but look at MRAM. I don't know if I'm having problems with IB. I haven't placed any trades yet. But look at MRAM. I mean, if the market were quote unquote normal, I mean, look at. I'm surprised it might get halted. VIRT. Ah, this one is sinking now. VIRT is really sinking here. This was the star even during all the. I mean, look how high it got, up to 26. Remember, the market's moving down all these days, and this was moving up. It was explained to me by Sean at Trade Ideas what these guys do. Just trying to see if there's any specific news for. Yeah, we don't have that. There is news here. This was pre-market. Didn't really do anything in the pre-market. Just see something about Everspin Technologies and Global Foundries extend the MRAM joint development agreement to. So there was some news for MRAM. Meanwhile, cruising down again after that pop once the market opened. Okay, another one. PSTI. PSTI is on the move here. Pre-market. This is. I don't know if it's a. I don't know if. Yeah, it is. It's a virus play. So in the pre-market, it hit 440. This is starting to come back here. But again, these virus plays is not necessarily that they are in vogue right now. So well, I'm trading. This top list not updating. I mean, this is what I'd be really want. I'd be interested to see that strong stocks up. In the face of this market that are not anything to do with the virus or anything else, just on their own, that alpha stock. But my top lists are not updating. Now here's one that is bouncing here. CHGG was down big yesterday, and it is recovering today. Oh, of course I do. Wolfhound, of course I do. No, he's incorrect. No. We're aware of it. In fact, I'm just going to put that in here. All right, wow, guys, take a look at POAI. POAI, maybe testing that pre-market high of 4. It's trying to anyway. 401, it looks like 401 or so. This is a virus play. This has been the strongest in my opinion because it really didn't collapse. A lot of them just, gave it up. Now, again, when I say strongest, I'm not saying this is a great company or anything like that. I'm just looking at the chart. Yeah, I'm not sure what you meant by that when you said never mind. So I'm talking to somebody in YouTube, Ville Saint. Guys, there's a challenging again, POAI, challenging 4. Low float situation, 3.8 million in the float. MRAM continues, guys. It did not get halted, did it? No, that did not get halted. MRAM continues. This one was a disaster yesterday, WRK, continuing disaster today, like many, many, many stocks. Okay, so my top list windows look like they just came back. And look at POAI, guys. Surging higher here now, over 4. I want to see how long. Now my indexes still haven't cleared up, but that's what I'm talking about. So there's the time is correct. I'm going to make sure it updates. So RJ Silva, looks like we're back. The only thing is my indices are out of whack. Look at POAI, guys. It hit 440. By far the best virus play today. All right, guys. I'm gonna do I'm gonna reload. It's driving me crazy not seeing the actual correct numbers for the indices. No, I have to see if this is actually going to be right. No, the top lists still aren't working, guys. No. Briefly. Depends on the server you're on. HUD guys, HUD. This was from yesterday. This was a earnings play, or not? Sorry, not an earnings play. An AI alert yesterday that was really good. Just kept moving down, down, down. Again, I have no idea how easy it is to get any shorts today, with the uptick rule obviously in effect. Hey, you listen. If you can time some bounces, yes. I mean, obviously there are some awesome trades you can get into, of course. Hey, I got the HUD. I got the HUD. HUD. Just look, they actually filled me. Bit of a spread now. I got it at 361. So I'm actually short HUD at 361. That'll be my stop now. Actually, it was a fairly easy fill. But I hate the spread now. Got to watch it. Some of these are bouncing, yeah. I mean, MRO, nice bounce. I'm just watching the HUD guys. I don't want to see a big bounce on me, so I'm in at 361. If it gets to 361, I'm just turfing it. Put an alert down here in the mid 340s, see if I can induce it downwards. What do you mean, what just happened? Oh, you mean that topping tail there? Yeah, I don't know. Might be an outlier. I don't know. Oh, Macy's below. I hate to say it, but can you say J.C. Penney? One of the reasons I took HUD, I actually just wanted. You know what, guys? I'm breaking in here. Goose actually has a red bar ignored on the 15-minute chart. The trigger would have been right around 1897 or so. So Goose red bar ignored on the 15-minute chart. G O S S G O O G O O S. Yeah, I'm not liking this HUD now. The spread has got bad. Okay, back 354, 356 is what I'm looking at. I want to see if it. I think if it breaks into the 340s, it could have a nice another little move down. Yeah, Cuba Cuba. I mean, this is we haven't had issues for months and months and months. So you know, I'm not going to apologize. Well, I mean, it's just one of those things. One of the servers we have is not updating the top list like it's supposed to. Everything else is working. All the real time alerts are working. It's just that one little aspect. All right, guys, I'm just anxiously waiting to see on this HUD to see if it can just crack through 350 and move down. Red bar ignored. So if you take a look at Goose on the 15-minute chart, I'll expand this just a little bit here. So you see that red bar? So there's a green bar, there's a red bar, completely engulfed by the previous green candle, okay? So the theory being, look at Macy's, oh man. So the theory being, if the next candle is green and goes above the high of that red bar, that can signify a continuation in the trend up. So I mean, does it work all the time? Of course not. And you know, and also, you know, in the face of this market, you know, to play bounces and all, I mean, you'd like to see at least see the market stabilize. It doesn't have to be ripping higher, but you certainly don't want to see it keep going down. So that is personally, I like a couple of more green candles ahead of it, but you know, it is what it is. So, but that is the definition. It doesn't matter the time frame. And then a green bar ignored would be just the reverse. Imagine you had a downtrend, and then you had a green bar pausing the downtrend, completely engulfed by the previous red candle, and then another red candle afterwards. So it's basically saying, you know, ignore this. This is just a momentary pause in the trend. Now, does it work every single time? Of course not. So again, Cuba Cuba. I mean, this is the first time yesterday or whenever it happened. I guess it was Tuesday. Sorry, we're Thursday already. We hadn't had a technical issue for a long time. So, but the most important aspect of our company are the real-time alerts, and that has not been affected at all. ARMK, it is halted, yes. ARMK is halted and halted on the way down, yes. SBCP, let's see. Yeah, this will be interesting. Supercom, software publisher. Are they publishing a cure for the virus? Ha! Well, I thought I was kidding. But I guess I'm not. So you look at the news. State of the art, people monitoring technology to aid in combating spread of coronavirus. There you go. I thought I was kidding. ARMK got halted at 10:23. Yeah, I have it halted here. It's, I don't see the halt. I agree with you that I don't see the halt on IB. Usually you get a notice, but I see it halted here. I'm sorry. Jeez, I gotta read this. It resumed at 10:23. It was halted before. Sorry about that. It resumed at 10:23. Got so many things I'm looking at right now. Okay, HUD, you took out 350 briefly. Let's see. Yeah, tight stop on this, so this, if it gets down to the low 340s, will be a very nice percentage gain for me. Yep. Okay. Yeah, MRAM over 3. You're right. MRAM over 3. So we've had a couple of flyers this morning, MRAM and POAI. Ah, when I hear the sound of applause, I look at this and that's what's happening. Well, it'll be interesting to see the RR comparison right now between BWA and HUD. I mean, this is now turning into an excellent, especially if it gets a little bit lower. SPCB got halted again. Yes, I can see why. Yep. All right, guys. Well, I did take some out at 350. Unfortunately, I was trying to get some right down at the 340 level. I didn't. Wasn't quick enough on the HUD. But I'm still holding out. I want to see if I can crack 340s, the 340s, and get into the 330s for HUD. To be honest, it was more of an experiment to see whether or not I could get the short sell. And it took a bit, but not. It wasn't crazy. All right, what is the SPY doing? So the SPY looks like it's resting a little bit here. So what we'd like to see, especially if you're into the bounce plays and stuff, we'd like to see it take out that 259 right there. If not, on the downside, so I'm just going to put a couple of price alerts, one on the high side, one on the low side, and see if it gets out of that channel. Oh, RJ, yeah, you're not, I keep forgetting. Well, I shorted HUD. Pilgrim's Pride, another one, of course, sinking. Bad day yesterday, bad day before that. Not a lifetime low, but look at this. This is the maybe the area of support, 1540-ish. I'd love to be able to share, stop list situation. Let me just do another reset. Yeah, doing a reset, but it's a momentary fix for me anyway. Let's see if this holds. SVC, look at SVC. Okay, so remember we're talking about this red bar ignored? I mean, you really need the market a little bit in your favor. If you're going to play like a beaten up stock like this on a bounce. So, I mean, it worked a little bit. The trigger would have been around 1890, 91. So it did get up to 1931, but you got to be quick. Well, I just did a reset and at least it got me here. And so this reset also, okay. This PCB is, sorry, just going to put some price alerts here. No, that kept going. So that was the good halt. Two good halts. What's the float? 11 million in the float. Huge through the 200-day moving average earlier. PK is halted, was halted anyway. Let's see. PK is halted. All right, HUD. Okay. Sorry, guys. I mean, okay. Well, that updated. That definitely updated. Now, also remember, HUD was an AI alert yesterday. It was really good. The alert was at to short this. The alert was at 591, and it basically slid all day. I mean, it got all the way down to 460. I mean, that's a tremendous. That's a tremendous percentage move for HUD. So that's why it was on my watch list. Well, guys, if that's the only trade I do today, I'll be happy. I'm all about the percentage moves. what I do is I just keep putting price alerts. It's more of more entertainment. No, jeez, just more entertainment for me to keep putting price alerts on the way down. All right, my top list seem to be updating now. Let me just contact Julio and. All right, guys, I covered some more. I don't have very much left. It looks like it's trying to have a little bounce now. There's that bottoming tail, got all the way down to 325. The minute it hit 330, I took some more out, so I don't have very much left. Well, there's no, I mean, there's my exit and then there's your exit. You know, okay? There's no, you know, I'm not, like, I just trade the way I see the charts working, okay? So, I mean, there's no support for him, so in theory it could go to zero, but it's not going to zero, but. So I don't have very much left. All right, challenge here. Have to monitoring the YouTube feed and of course the room. The room is obviously way more active. But by the way, guys, I'm on the Firefox browser today, so no issue so far with the audio nor screen sharing. Just want to make sure. Okay, good. All right, look at Fleur now. FLR. Look at that little pop for Fleur. I'm probably the only one in the room that is astounded at this price because I mean I know Fleur from way back. Huge, huge construction company. You know, just mind-boggling to me that this is a $6 stock. How can you? I mean, yeah, you know, it's bouncing a little bit here, but I mean, obviously this company, I mean, okay, yes, the market's been terrible, but you know, this started from way back here also. You know, how far back I can go. 2013, $85 stock. We can go back to 2009, so many 2013, $85 stock. But before then, even, I mean, I'm following Bechtel and Fleur. Yeah, I'm not sure in the YouTube feed why it's using my nickname of B Bruin. Anyway, if you're in YouTube and you're following me in YouTube, that's me, B Bruin. I'm not sure why it's doing that instead of saying trade ideas. Okay, here's another one that is trying to come back. GVA, another one that has just been kicked hard. Look at that daily candle. So it got down to 10 something and back up to 13. So a lot of bounces now, even though the market's not helping the bounces. Now, granted, what was the low of the market? I don't know what the low of the market was. Say the Dow. What was the low, guys? Can anybody tell me? Actually, I think if I click on this, so a 21,355. So it's had a okay. Okay, I don't have very much of the HUD left. Just watching it right now. See if it can take out 340 again and move into the low 330s. This is one of the Nuveen. Yeah, I saw this. A couple of these yesterday. This is the NMZ. Okay, it appears. So Wolfhound, how are your top lists working right now? Still not updating. Uh, Try the reset again. You mean what trade ideas scanner am I working off, RJ Silva? I've several, but I mean, is that what you mean? What trade ideas scanner I'm working off of? I'm following my watch list. So there was the HUD at 399. I wish I had taken it at 399, but I was not willing to hop into anything that quickly. T Bio now, guys. T Bio on the move. I guarantee you are a virus play. Okay, so I say this all the time, especially if you're new to trading. You wouldn't do this if you're a seasoned veteran, but listen, SPCB, you can't get into this and then go and walk the dog, all right? Low float situation, these things can go down as fast as they can go up. It's my watch list, yeah. Can you not see it? Barry's watch list up, Barry's watch list down. And I'm talking to somebody in YouTube. So why HUD was on the watch list was because it made it because, of course, it had the big down day yesterday. It was also an AI alert yesterday. So it made the watch list for two reasons. You can't come into the trading room, is that correct? Or because I can demonstrate. And by the way, it's wow 10:46. Usually at around 10:30, I go over some of the links, etc. So have you ever created, so you've never created a symbol list, RJ? Well, if it is updating every 30 seconds, then it's working, Wolfhound. If it is updating. Yeah, RJ, it's going to be, it's impossible for me to help you then. You know, if you can't see my screen, I mean, because I'll demonstrate right on the screen how to do it, it's very difficult for me text-wise to tell you. You have to create a symbol list. So, I mean, if I'll try to do it, but it's very hard. If you go to Tools from the toolbar and then Symbol Lists, and then where it says Create New. So you can create a new symbol list, give it a name. Yeah. So I can't help you. If you can't see me or you can't see what I'm doing, it's really hard for me to help you. You know, but all I can tell you is that you know where you can have to find your toolbar and then click on Tools. Okay. And then where it says symbol lists, so you click on tools and then it says symbol lists, click on symbol lists. And then you'll probably have an empty box. There might be something in there. And then where it says create new list, you click on that. That box will pop up. You give it a name. Once you give it a name, you say okay, and then another box. Then you'll see it in your list. Okay, you'll see it in your list. Once you give it a name, it'll be empty. Then you click on it, left click on it, and that list will highlight. And then you click on Edit List, and then you'll get another box, and that's where you can put your symbols in. Either copy and paste a bunch of symbols or type them in one at a time. Once you do that, you say okay. So now you've created a symbol list. And now the next thing is you have to create, an alert window or a top list window in order to monitor it. Because you have a symbol list, but great. But how do you want to monitor it? When you do, so you create an alert window or a top list window. Once you've done that, then right click, say on the alert window, and then click on configure. And then you'll see symbol list as one of the tabs. Click on that, and then on the right hand side you'll see add existing list. You click on that and then you'll see it. You'll see the symbol list you created. Left click on it and then it'll move over into that column, the left hand column. Once you see that, then right on top is a drop down menu that says all symbols, only the following list, etc. Then just select only the following list and then check your symbol list. And now that symbol list that you created is attached to that alert window. I have no idea if you can follow along, but that's how you do it. All right, guys, 10:50, so I'm way behind in terms of welcoming and talking about the links. So, what a day. Welcome to the room. If you are new to the room, welcome to the room. This is the format, Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I also have a YouTube feed running concurrently to this trading room. That feed runs from 9 to 11:55. Then other traders take over the YouTube feed for between 12 and 1, and then I resume from 1 to 3. Lots of bounces now, and the market is. It's not. It's what we'd love to see. For these bounces to really, really work, and some of them have worked well. Don't get me wrong. Some of them have worked well. That's a great bouncer. Fluor off 6. That's a tremendous percentage move. But what we'd like to see, what I'd like to see that? I'll like to see. Imagine we get a green bar like that, guys. We get a green bar like that maybe the miracle can happen. We get a green bar like that, and you will see a lot of bounce plays that will be working. Especially for stocks that have been, been beaten up. Not talking airlines, not talking cruisers. I mean, they may bounce too. Don't get me wrong. But stocks that have just been beaten up with the overall market downturn. Not that they're bad companies or anything like that. So I'd love to see a big green candle like that. So let me continue. I'll take a look at well, first of all, the scans. So if you can see in the trading room, there's a tab called Scans, sharing a lot of scans, not just the ones you see on the shared monitor, but a lot of scans that I am sharing. You can also click on this Room Drive icon. Looks like a half-open folder. And scans that I share, click on Download. The links that I will be talking about, click on Download. They'll both go to a Word document. You can look at everything at your leisure. So let me talk about some of the links right now. And I will go over Brokerage Plus and the AI a little bit later. But let's talk about the training. Monday to Friday at noon Eastern, noon to 1 Eastern. That's a YouTube feed. Webinars. We have webinars Monday to Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern. They're all archived. You should have the latest beta. If you click on that link right there, you'll be brought to the download page. You'll see this first. Scroll down until you see the beta. You'll know you don't have the beta when you look at one of your charts and you do not see a buy and sell buttons in the chart. That's your big clue that you do not have the beta. The beta is 4.2.134. I do a daily video between 1:15 and 1:45 every day. Trade of the week is sent to you before the market opens every Monday morning. And the next test drive. So if you click on that link, this is what you'll see this page. The next test drive starts May the 11th and runs to May the 22nd. That is 10 trading days. It'll cost you $8.99. Basically, you'll have access to our full premium service. So what you do now, if you fill this in, then you'll get an email, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks before the test drive actually starts, giving you instructions how to actually take part in the test drive. So you won't miss it. It's probably our number one asked question. Do you have a free trial? And no, we don't, but this is pretty close to it. 4 times a year we do this. Last time we had a record turnout. Over 2,000 people signed up for it. Subscriptions. I'll talk about the subscriptions right now. Click on that link. At the bottom of the link, we have 4 ebooks. The bottom 3 ebooks are swing trading setups. And this one up here, earnings season ebook. An interesting take on earnings season. These are all created by Trade Ideas. These are not third party, all free. I do have a Twitter account at bbruin, B-B-R-U-I-N, bbruin44. Only stocks. I always say that. I don't talk about anything else. If you do want to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas, there is a promo code I can give you, Barry4Alpha, all in capital letters, other than the numeric 4, of course. Click on that link. You get 15% off the first month only, or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. Here are our plans. $22.68 a year for our top plan, the premium yearly. $22.68 a year minus that 15%. Or the standard is $10.68 a year minus the 15%. The big difference is the AI, which I'm going to go over. And also, if you did want to auto trade anything, you need our premium service. And I'll go over auto trading. Now, of course, you do not have to start off with an annual plan or a premium plan. Try us out for a month. Standard monthly, $118 less the 15%, or the premium, $228 less the 15%. If you decide within 30 days that you'd like to upgrade, you can do so, and we'll honor the promo code. Okay? Okay, so what stocks? Watching closely. I'd probably even watch my watch list. You know, these sort of stocks. These have been beaten up. Look at MNK, guys. This is not beaten up stock this morning. I actually had it on the watch list. It did had a nice little pop in the pre-market. It's not a virus play, but market open kind of. But look at this now, MNK, and look at the volume that's come in. MNK, look at the volume. So there was the alert at 348. Stock is at 390 now. So a couple of, even though the market is hugely down, 392. I mean, it's popped up to 440. I mean, so these would have worked if you take them right at the alert. Okay, I do want to talk about the AI. Now, the AI today is a little bit spotty. It had a pretty good early alert for the RQI at 1060. Stock got down to 1012. But this is what the AI is all about. So we have what we call 50 baseline strategies. This is not one of them. But the AI waits for the market to close, and then so that it has access to the latest market data, and then takes a look at all of the strategies, all the AI strategies. Now, this is not one of them, but if it were, takes a look at all the filters. The AI strategies have way more filters in place, but takes a look at all the filters and starts making adjustments to the filter values. Maybe takes a filter out, adds one in, runs our back tester, basically goes through what we call an optimization routine. At the end of running through all 50 strategies, tomorrow we are presented with the strategies that made the cut. Typically making the cut, meaning a strategy has to have a win percentage of at least 60 and a profit factor of at least 2. Now, I don't load that window anymore because personally I don't care. I really don't care what strategies make the cut. All I care about are what are the alerts from those strategies. So I load this window. This is my, right from here, new AI/Holly strategies trades window. I wouldn't do it from the channel bar. I mean, you can do it from the channel bar. You can click on the Omni AI channel. But remember, everything in a channel bar is a layout, so you can only have one layout loaded at a time. What I would recommend you do is you load that window from new, from the toolbar, again, new. And then you can incorporate this window as just part of your layout. All right? And make sure if you're not on the latest beta version, you'll have to right click and go down to segments and check all. And then you'll see all of the AI alerts as they come in all day long. Nothing for you to do. All right, you just have the window open, and then the AI alerts will start coming in during the day. Give me one moment, please. Okay, so that is the AI. Now people ask, well, how do you trade the AI? That's up to you. I mean, there's no video on how to trade the AI. Everybody will approach it in a different way. What I do, and again, you don't have to do the same thing. What I do, I sort on this conservative X or the aggressive profit column. This shows me the stocks that are up. There are hardly any stocks alerted today, but sometimes you'll have a day where you have 20 or 25 stocks. So I just sort on this column. I want to see the winners right at the top, and keep following them all day long. Sometimes you might miss an initial setup, but you might be able to get a setup later on. So for me, the way I use the AI, it's a great watch list. I'm not auto trading or anything like that. It's just a great watch list for me to concentrate all day long. So for instance, you look at the RQI. Now I wasn't taking any early trades, but so there was the alert at 1060. It moved all the way down almost to 10. It has come back. Now maybe it's going to repeat. So you can look at this right now and say, okay, I missed it earlier at 1060, but this looks like it might want to start moving down, especially if the market starts moving down. Market is moving down. So this might give you another opportunity. If I were going to take this trade, I probably want to see it clear 1030, 1029 or so, right there, that level. But it's just a way in which you can use the AI all day long. Don't get so hung up on, oh man, I missed this trade by a penny or two and couldn't get in. It's a great watch list for the day. Now I'm going to talk about Brokerage Plus and what Brokerage Plus is all about. So this is the Brokerage Plus window. To load Brokerage Plus, and I always start off by this. This is everything I'm saying right now is part of your standard service. Okay, until I tell you it isn't. All right. So everything I'm saying right now is part of the standard service. So you load Brokerage Plus from New and the Brokerage Plus window. Now there are probably some default, look at Oxy, guys. Look at Oxy just ripping here. Nice comeback for Oxy. Great comeback for Oxy. My HUD is actually starting to work again. I don't have that much left, but hey, listen, if it gets close to 3, I'll be very happy. HUD is starting to work again on the way down. So, sorry about that. So Brokerage Plus, so everything I'm saying right now is part of the standard service, okay? So, and it's also a tremendous simulated trading. You can do simulated trading, paper trading with Brokerage Plus. Doesn't matter what brokerage account you have, it's using our real-time data. And how you would start that, you'll notice here, connected 1 of 2. So you would just check simulated trading. You can, if you have an interactive brokerage account, you can trade your own account. All right, it's the only broker we work with right now. But let me just talk about the simulated trading. So you'll probably have some columns already when you load it. You can take a look at all the columns that you have available to you. If you right-click on one of the column headers, then columns, and then you'll see all the columns that are available to you. Okay? These headers here, strategy, messages, etc., they're loaded from here, new, and here are all the tabs you have. And the strategies tab, important to have. I'll go over that in about 2 minutes. So in the most manual way to use Brokerage Plus, you click on an alert, MNK. The symbol shows up here. You pick how many shares you want, price you want to get in at, and if you're shorting, you sell. If you're going long, you buy. Okay, that's the simplest. These are hotkeys. PSTI, guys, ripping here. PSTI, look at the volume coming in. Another virus play. Oh boy, look at HUD. Again, I don't have that much left, but I have enough left that it's still worthwhile. All right. Now, I bet you that's HUD again. Yes. Well, hey, who knows? Maybe it's going to crack 3. Wow. No, I've put 3 now. Oh man, guys, this is turning in. I mean, I didn't have that much left, but what I mean, it's still enough that this is great for me. Sorry, I'm enthusiastic a little bit here, but only trade I've taken today, so. Where was I? Okay, so I was just showing you the most manual way you can use it, and these are hotkeys. Flatten gets you out of a position, half your position. double, obviously doubling your position. Reverse. So you were in a short play, now you want to turn it into a long play, or vice versa. You hit the reverse. Okay, so these are hotkeys. Now, this is what I would recommend though. We have something that we call one-click trading. So now you see an alert, MNK, and you look at the chart, you say, yeah, I want to trade that. So now you go back to the alert, right click on it, and you hover over the trade, and this box will pop up. You can set up your own buying and shorting parameters, and you would just choose how you want to trade it. These are all set up by you. There are some defaults that I think we load for you, but you can set up your own, and I'm going to show you how you do that. So basically, there's one-click trading, so you would just click, and it would trade it. So let me show you how you can do that. Start off from the Strategies tab, just watching HUD to see if it can take out 3. Okay, so you click on the Strategies tab, right click, New Trading Strategy. Obviously you give it a name. Is it a long? Is it a short? Now these tabs have a lot of information. I will show you what I do for my watch list up. Okay, I can't tell you how you want to fill in all this, but happy time, people. Just give me a second here. I have to close this down. One good trade, guys. That's all it takes sometimes. Wow. I mean, I wonder if it's going to get halted on the way down. Look at this candle, guys. Look at this candle. I don't know if anybody's in this with me, but show of hands. Anybody in HUD with me? Anyway, I'm just looking to see if it's going to get halted. Okay, so remember the original alert was that I didn't get in right at 399, but 399 down to 272. I mean, that's just fantastic. Listen, I'm going to be, well, I'm always honest with you guys, but completely honest in that I only took that trade just to see if I could get it. I picked that one to see if I could get the trade. I wasn't sure if the short selling, the uptick rule was going to nail me. And I liked it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked it. It was an AI alert yesterday. I liked, there's no support. It's a lifetime low. So I thought, okay, let's see if I could get it. And lo and behold, yeah, I got it. So even though I don't have that much left, I mean, remember I'm in at 361. So there's almost $1 on a $3 stock. My wife says I'm too humble, so, but I've never, anyway, let me get back into the, so let me show you what I do for my watch list up, okay? Actually, let me do this one. Instead of the watch list up, I'll do the chart long because I'll explain it at the same time. So you can designate one of your long strategies as what we call how you're going to trade right from the chart. You see that buy button and the sell button? So if I click on the buy, then I have designated one of my long strategies as the way I want to trade on the chart. So I named a strategy called chart long. Okay, it makes sense. So, and this is what I've done. Edit the trading strategy. So in my watch list up, I actually on my entry time, I actually delay it 9:45. You'll see that. That's why you don't see any alerts before 9:45. But in this one, it doesn't matter because I'm going to make a determination when I want to get into a trade. But these are the two key tabs: order details and risk management. I would encourage you to use what we call a risk value, so position sizing based on the stop loss risk value. So what does that 100 mean? That means that if I get into a trade, I only want to risk $100. So if the trade goes against me, I'm going to risk $100 in the simulator. All right? So that's what that means. And you'll see what happens when in tandem with order details and the risk management. I'm using this, this is a custom stop. It's not available to you guys, but this is a massive drop down menu. You can try our Smart Stop. Smart Stop dollars. It's generated by our system. Okay. So basically with the stop in place, so for instance the VWAP, I'm looking right there. So I mean if I took this trade right now, I mean the stop would be $1.11 away. I mean that's a pretty wide stop, obviously, but that's just the way, now it's a moving target. So that's where my stop would be established. I don't have a hold time on anything. You can if you want, but I choose to get out when I want to get out. I don't want to have an artificial hold. So you see you're going to see what happens then with the order detail and risk management working hand in hand. I will take a trade. Yeah, as Real is saying, market is moving down now, so probably helping my HUD. Yeah, Thunderbird. I call this real world, and I'm talking to somebody in the YouTube feed. This is what I call real world. I mean, it's not only is it using our real time data, but yeah, sometimes you cannot get the trade. What if I wanted to short this at 1081? I may not be able to get the trade at 1081. I'm looking. Maybe the stock is moving down faster than that I can't get it at 1081. So it'll take the trade where it could have really taken the trade in the real world. And it also calculates, it's using IB it's using IB for its commissions. So it actually calculates the commissions too. So anyway, let me show you how this works. Be nice to find something to take up. Okay, let's say for argument's sake, I want to take the PSTI. I want to buy it. So I'm going to click on the buy. I'm going to put it right. It's right below it. You see, so that's why it's not taking the trade yet. Now I can do that. I can put a conditional buy, but I have it right now at 353 and the price is at 360. So if I want to take it, I better move it up. Again, this is just for demo purposes. Okay, took the trade. Look how many shares it took. 130 shares. Automatically took 130 shares. Why? Because if I take the entry, 360, minus the stop, 279, I multiply by 130, I will get very close to $100. It's going to be an approximation, but you see it's minus 105. Probably easier to see it right there. See, it says minus 105. So that means that if the trade goes against me and I allow myself to get stopped out right there where the stop is, I will lose $105. Okay? That's because I said I only want to, I'm trying to maximize my loss around that $100 mark. Now, right on the chart though, I didn't like that stop, and I can see right off the bat that I can now move that stop up and move it to there. That makes a lot more sense to me right now. Okay, right there. Obviously, if it took that out, the trade should be over. That looks like a good support area. So I can move the stop right there. So now if I got taken out, I'd only lose $65. Okay, so that is how I've set something up. Using these rules here. Order details, risk management, using these two in tandem. That's how the share size was allocated. Now, you don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to create something right from scratch. You can also load. Well, you always have to create your trading strategy. But for instance, if you wanted to, oh man. Oh, sorry guys. A little bit spready right now, but let's see, get that spread down on the HUD. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so you can also, so let's say you wanted to trade my windows. You know, these two windows here, the alert windows, or an alert window that you create yourself with your with your restraints in here. Okay, so if you did want to do that, or your filters in here, if you did want to do that, first of all, if you want my windows, just click from the toolbar, click on New, Channel Bar, and my windows right there, Barry's windows right there. Okay, you can do that. Remember though, everything in the channel bar is a layout. So make sure you save your layout to the cloud before you do that. Otherwise, your layout will disappear, which is okay as long as you saved it to the cloud. But once you do that, then you could save these two windows. You know, right-click, save or share to cloud. Click on that, and then save, and then they'll be in the cloud. And then you probably guess what I'm going to do. Right-click, load from cloud. Whoa! So there's the SPY breaking down that little level that I had. Whoa! Yeah, forget the bounces now, guys. En masse. I mean, I'm not saying there's not one out there that's good, but well, Thunderbird, that's sort of an old. Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks the market makers are hunting for your stops. It may happen. I don't think that's really a big deal anymore. I really don't. Also, the way we do it, as I understand it, I'd have to get a clarification on that. But the way we do it, when we do it from Brokerage Plus, is that they're actually hidden until actually acted on. So I don't even worry about that. So anyway, load from cloud. In fact, let me do I'll do the Momo down. So load from cloud. So let me right click and save. And I'll save it. So now it's in the cloud. It was in there before, but right click, load from, whoops, getting carried away here. Right click, load from cloud, and there it is, Momo down. So I click on it, load. So add to my existings. So now there it is. Now I have to go through the same exercise, and I should have obviously, no, I have to go through the same exercise because I guess it assumes everything is a long. So I go through the same exercise though. Edit the trading strategy. Now, obviously it's a long, and then I fill in all the information as I want it. Okay? Now, I've never really experienced it, Thunderbird, so I'm not saying it never, ever, ever happens, but anyway, so that's what you do. Okay? Hopefully that all kind of makes sense, and you can ask me questions, of course, that's why I'm here. Now, everything I just said is all part of the standard service, including trading your Interactive Brokers account if you have one, okay? Here's where you need our premium service. If you wanted to say auto trade your alert windows or mine, then you need our premium service. How you would do that, other than subscribing to the premium service, is you turn the strategies on. So you see that they all say off. So if I wanted, and up until maybe 2.5 weeks ago, I was auto trading the entries of my watch list. But I just found that the market was, when you're getting 2, 3, 4, 500 swings. Yeah, absolutely, it works with the Interactive Brokers. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Yes, it does. The question was, does it work with Interactive Brokers Canada? I'm in Canada, so yes, it does. So, if you wanted to auto trade, then you basically just turn them on. Okay? So if I want to auto trade my watch list up, I just go to it and enable. See where it says strategies disabled? Click to enable. So now I enable, now it's on. So this is what I was doing. I was auto trading up until about 2.5 weeks ago. My entries working, and was working really well. But then all of a sudden what was happening is that, yeah, you might get into a short, and then all of a sudden, the market whips up 200. I mean, that's just, that is our reality now, our trading reality now. That sort of thing is happening. Those are cryptocurrency stocks. It's not trading cryptocurrency, but those are cryptocurrency stocks, Frank. So in other words, stocks that, I hate to use Riot as an example, okay? Riot blockchain as an example. So if you don't want to trade the cryptocurrency, but you want to get involved in stocks that are very closely aligned, then that's something you can look at. Of course, crypto. Wow, GBTC. I haven't looked at this one for a long time. Yeah, so that's been cut in half. Okay, so again, if you want to auto trade your alert windows, you need our premium service. And one final, if you did want to auto trade the AI, then you obviously need our premium service. You also have to buy Brokerage Plus, one-time licensing fee for $1,100 minus whatever appropriate discount there is. Right now, 15%, 15%. And that's a lifetime license. What does that mean? That means that if you decide you want to stop trading for a while, stop your subscription. You can do so, of course. And then if you resubscribe, Brokerage Plus is still waiting for you. So it's a one-time licensing fee. Only if you want to auto trade the AI. You want to auto trade the AI, you have to have the AI tab, and then you would start turning, you don't have to turn them all on, but these are the strategies that made the cut today. So you would select the ones you want to auto trade just by going through the same exercise, enable. And we force you every single day, whether it's auto trading the AI strategies or your own, we force you to turn them on, okay? So for instance, you might say, well, how come, I always want to auto trade my own strategies. That's great, but we do make you go through the exercise of turning them on every day, because we don't want you to forget. You come back a couple of days later and nothing's in your account anymore. So, I'm kidding a little bit, but so you should know that you're auto trading. And that's my spiel. So again, I say this a lot, but I really mean it. We do pride ourselves on the support that we give our customers. You've got this room like this, free. So why is it free? Well, obviously we do use it as, wow, look at Macy's, a new low here. We use it as a marketing vehicle, that you can ask me questions. We want people to be very comfortable with our product. We've had people in this room for months before they take out a subscription. And again, you don't have to, but Eventually, if you want to be a serious trader, I mean, because people say to me, why don't I just follow you? Or why don't I just watch these? You can do that. But first of all, I'm not, I'm not somebody who is going to tell you what to buy and sell all day long. You know, I have opportunities for myself. I usually, I'll talk about them, of course. If I take the trade, I'll, indicate that I did. But, I'm going to be getting in and out of the stock as I see fit. I'm not going to be not saying, okay, guys, everybody should be buying this. Okay, I would take some out now. That's just not the way this works. So we have myself like this, Monday to Friday, 9 to 3. We have the Q&A webinar now, 12 to 1, Monday to Friday. We have the webinars, Monday to Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. We have typically, sometimes there are things, technical issues I can't help you with. So we've got a great technical support team. If you click on our homepage and then start a live chat. And there you have it. So what time is it? 11:28. And I see my top list stop too. Okay. All right, guys. Any questions? I'll be taking my break. I delay it now a little bit, around 11:55 now. I'm even considering doing something like this because the guys take over on the YouTube channel from between 12 and 1. Considering maybe doing my video a little bit earlier, between 12 and 1, so it's more of a seamless transition. When I start the YouTube streaming at 1, because then what I've been doing is I've been stopping then at about 1:10 to 1:30. So I may start doing that. Yeah, homeschool learning. Yeah, that's a good idea. No, completely different, Jeff. I mean, can you not see? I mean, I'm not saying there won't be one symbol that will be the same in both lists, but can you not see? I don't think there's even one. This one, yes. Remember now. Remember, my watch list is created. I'll just go over this again. Now, one moment, please. Okay, so my watch list, just for those who are new and not sure what you're seeing here exactly. So I've got something called the watch list repeating, then I've got up and down. So, excuse me, basically this is what happens. These symbols that you see here are the ones that have triggered from my watch list. Triggered meaning they met the filter requirements, and now you're going to see some in here that will not trigger, and I'll explain that. But basically, my watch list today, actually, it wasn't that big because it was difficult to create one from, based on what happened yesterday. But anyway, the watch list probably still has about, I don't know, 30 odd symbols, maybe 25, 30 symbols. These are the ones that have triggered from it. Okay, and again, certain filters have to be met. So once the market closes today, I will be looking at every single symbol that is on my watch list today, not just these ones that triggered. Look at Oxy. Boy, what a great bounce. The only way Oxy would trigger on the long side, even though it's moving up, it would have to take out yesterday's high. I mean, I doubt it's going to do that, 1349, but anyway. So I go through every symbol. Once the market closes today, I look at every symbol. When I say look at, I click on every symbol and I check to see what it looks like on the daily, weekly, and monthly chart. Typically, the reason why something is on my watch list, it's not just for I choose to mainly trade these intraday, but they are designed for multi-day trades. Okay, why was Oxy on the list? Well, you can just see. This was basically an all-time low here. This was yesterday's candle, so it could have continued down, and it did at the beginning. And in fact, it did give an alert at 994, but it's bounced now. Okay, so that's why a stock makes the watch list. Typically, a lot of room on the daily, weekly, monthly chart. A lot of room meaning not a lot of resistance nearby. For instance, if all of this, if this were on that daily chart right underneath, it wouldn't have made the watch list. Or on the weekly chart, sorry. So anyway, I look at every single symbol, and then I make a determination. Okay, you were on the watch list today. Should I carry you forward to the watch list tomorrow? So that's the exercise I go through. A lot of stocks that are on the watch list today will make the watch list tomorrow. Okay, now I also have some scans that I look at once the market's closed. And then these scans and I look at, again, do the same thing, load them, check the daily, weekly, monthly chart, and then I make a determination, okay, yes, I think you should be on the watch list for tomorrow. So that's the exercise that I go through every single day. All you have to do is load my channel. And the alerts come in. It's really that simple. Now, how to trade them? That's up to you. Just because something comes in doesn't mean I'm going to trade it. Now, the difference here between my repeating, am I up and down? You notice let's see, if you're one here that is, okay, Macy's as an example. See, Macy's, the initial alert was at 797, at 10:15 at 797. Okay, now Macy's actually, I think, had a little pop after that, like a lot of stocks popped, right? But anyway, that's the first time that Macy's was alerted. In this window, called repeating, you will now, and that was a new low, okay, low for the day, with the other filters. Remember the alert windows, and if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, now here are the filters I have. So stocks, current volume is at least 1, so it has to be trading at least normally, minimum volume, and I want the stock to be below yesterday's low, okay? So these filters have to be met, and then if a new low happens, we get a real-time alert. Well, you can load it from the channel, Law F. Okay, let me answer in, okay, well, Frank, all my windows are here in scans, okay, the scans tab, or the room drive icon. Click on that room drive icon, looks like a half open folder, and scans that I share, click on download, and one of them is the momentum. Momo, okay, one of them is. Listen, I do this because, in the old days, a couple of years ago, people used to ask me for, can I have this, can I have that? And I used to paste the link into the room. I was doing this over and over and over again, all day long. Different people want different links. This is why now I have it in one area. I make you do a little bit of work, and you have to find it and click on the link and then load it into your system, okay? And so Law F, downloading well, you're not going to have my watch list. My watch list that's secret, okay? My watch list is my watch list, and, I create it every day. You can download these, though. So this is what I was saying. So you'll see here in this window, every time Macy's makes a new low, you will see it. Every time Oxy makes a new high, you will see it. That's why it's called repeating. Here, you'll only see the very first occurrence. And then why I like that, look at WRK as an example. 951 the alert, 2372, 2219 or 2218. Okay, so obviously that worked out very well. But why I like this, you can go back in time and you can see, well, heck, I missed this. I wonder where it is now. And it could still be in play. I use this, for me, it's a great watch list all day long. I created this concept, I don't know, is it 3 months ago, 4 months ago now? Not for me. It wasn't for me. It was for people who are new to trade ideas or new traders, to give them something that was sort of manageable in the number of alerts that they would see every day. Because, if you're new to trade ideas, you're a new trader, trade ideas can be overwhelming. You have a lot of alert windows and you're clicking like mad all day long and getting nothing done. So that was the initial concept. Give people something that they could look at that was somewhat manageable. But then, I found it not only great for what I thought was great for new people, it was great for me. So I completely changed the way I was trading. I used to have a lot, if I look at some of my layouts from maybe 5-6 months ago, I had way more alert windows up and running. And now what I've done is, this is what I look at. I look at my Momo up and down, and I look at the AI, and that's it. So it makes it a lot simpler for me. Okay, the half open folder. Can you see my screen? You see it right there. It looks like it's called Room Drive. Can you see that, Jeff RM? I'm just hovering. I'm right at it. It's right beside. See, I don't know exactly what you guys have. This is what I see. I think mine is a little bit different, but it just looks like a half open folder. Can you see it? Yes? No? Okay, yes. Okay, good. And so just click on it, and then scans that I share, download, and the links, download. Okay? Okay, guys, again, only one trade, but it was a doozy. So let's see now. I'm going to put my levels in when I do my video. I want to have this done ahead of time, so I have to do it during the video. And I sold just a little piece here at 350 just in case it was going to stall. See, I was watching a lot of other stocks bouncing at that time, so that's the only reason I took just a little bit out, just in case. And then I took quite a bit out at 330, but I still had some left, and now waiting to see if it gets back close to 3, I'm out of the balance. Yeah, Kim, HUD, HUD. You know, it's right here in the post alerts. Just the one trade, HUD, HUD, shorted. Came from my watch list. You know, it's hard to believe, guys, that we're getting used to seeing, you know, the Dow down 2,000 points. Hopefully, this can't be the new normal. Please. There's the LRN. Yeah, so you guys are talking about education stocks. Yeah, nice idea. You know, education, homeschooling. If you know, who knows how long schools are going to be closed. Well, you're okay. I'm using this is the simulator in action, okay? But what I do, I'm just using my normal IB, Interactive Brokers, okay? So I'm not. This is not my real account. This is just a simulator. So when I'm and the other thing is, you know, I don't trade that much. I mean, it might sound crazy. I'm in a trading room. I'm a moderator of a trading room, but I don't actually trade that much. You know, I mean, before I was moderating our trading room, you know, I might only trade 3 or 4 times a day. And I'm rarely in more than 2 trades at the same time. Consequently, it's easy enough for me to manage the trades in a manual way. So all I'm doing is I'm just using my normal, though real, turned me on a little bit to the book. What was it called? The book something? Book Manager, which I may take a look at. I didn't have a chance yesterday. I may take a look at within Interactive Brokers. But even that, it's not going to be the be all and the end all for me because I don't have that many trades open at a time. And so I'm not using hotkeys or anything like that. I'm just looking at a situation and thinking, okay, maybe I'll get out a little bit here just in case it turns against me. So, oh boy, wow. Well, it's probably spread. And now, these are all young guys, so I mean, it's not, in theory, it's not life threatening, but we're talking about the Utah Jazz. So, guys, remember I was talking about the AI and RQI and how, you know, giving us a secondary, you know, if you miss it the first time. So, again, you know, use it as a good watch list. You know, there was the alert at 1060. It did get down to 1010. Nice. Pulled up along with a lot of stocks, based here, and then it's taking this out. I was saying, you know, I mean, use it as a watch list. You know, that was a nice entry right there on that break out of consolidation on the fives. All right, guys, it's 11:47. I will be taking my break in about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so I'll be stopping my YouTube feed for those of you who are listening to me on YouTube. Probably stop at around 11:55, and then the YouTube feed will resume at noon with I don't know who's going to be doing it today, but one of the trainers slash traders at Trade Ideas from noon to 1, and then I'll resume at 1. SNY is really breaking down. Also, this is, I think, is it France? Yeah, stock from France. Look at Tenaris. Where was the first alert? 11:08. So okay, guys. So you know what? It took a while, but Tenaris TS. There's nothing to support it. I mean, it may not be a lifetime low, but I'm going back to 2010. Who cares? So it's not a lifetime low technically, but there's nothing supporting Tenaris TS. Probably nothing supporting WRK in Cincinnati. Uh-huh. The Trade Ideas YouTube link, if you, let's see, let me just get it for you before I head off. You just won't have the interaction of traders, that's all. I mean, I can answer stuff, but it's very difficult for me to post links and all that. And to me right now, it is just if if you want to listen to me, you don't want to open the trading room, you can just easily listen to me on YouTube. I mean, I'm sharing my screen also, but where are you? Here you are. Okay, there you go. That was for who asked that question? Cajun? Okay, there you go. I mean, this is still the place to be. I mean, in the trading room. Who sang that one, Real? Love that song. There you go, Vicky. All right. All right, guys. Oh, no, I have another 4 minutes. Okay, another 4 minutes before I hand it off. Yeah, real. Look it up. EchoSmith. Cool kids. You didn't know that? All right, before I take my break, I'm all out of the HUD. I may get back into this depending what the market does, but I was watching it around that 280 level, so I'm all out of the HUD. Okay. I was trying to get $1, but I'm not going to be stupid about it. Wow. I mean, Oxy is your alpha stock right now. Oxy does not care what the market is doing. Now, I mean, it's still down. Yeah, I mean, who knows? This thing might go positive. I see you in the room. There you are, Cajun. Okay. So again, remember, you won't hear anything for about 5 minutes. I'm going to sign off here at 11:55, and then the other traders, I don't know who's on today, but we'll start at noon, go to 1, and then I'll resume the YouTube feed at 1 for me. Right on schedule. My AirPods Pro are right at the end. So time to switch. So right on schedule. All right, guys, I will be taking my break now. So let me just get this into the room. Notice, by the way, see how that stop worked right there? And before I go, I put it on surf mode. Surf mode. Now, you know what? I'm not going to put it on surf mode today because my topless windows are not working, so it doesn't make sense to do it. Okay. All right, guys, we will see you at about 12:30, all right?